From caves to printing presses, symbols have been part of human communication since the dawn of civilization. The imperfection of speech and the inability to easily represent something many times led to the creation of symbols as recognizable forms and molds. First symbols to think of are the letters of the alphabet. These have helped humans create words and disseminate information with each other. Today's episode is all about symbols we all have seen and know their purpose, but we do not know the origins, which sometimes can be pretty astonishing. Number 1. Bluetooth symbol. Bluetooth technology enables mobile devices to exchange data wirelessly. It comes on every computer, smartphone and tablet today with this symbol. In its early years, its purpose was to transfer small bits of data, audio, text or images between phones. Then Bluetooth technology was adopted in speakers and headphones. When Jim Kardach was asked to develop wireless technology for laptop computers at Intel, he was reading The Long Ships, a historical adventure novel about Vikings that features King Harald Bluetooth, the king who ruled over all tribes in Denmark from the year 958 and then managed to conquer parts of Norway, making all the different tribes communicate and unite. As Jim Kardach developed the technology and managed to enable different kinds of devices communicate wirelessly, he called it Bluetooth, because the technology and King Bluetooth had the same purpose: unity and communication among different groups. Pretty touchy. The Bluetooth logo is the combination of H and B, the initials of Harald Bluetooth, written in the ancient letters used by the Vikings, which are called runes. Why he was called Bluetooth though, it's not really clear. You see, the Danish word that means today blue also meant dark in the past. So King Harald was either dark something, or he really had bad teeth, which earned him the nickname Dark Tooth. Or the nickname is a mistaken translation from the words Dark Chief. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to How&Why to get notified for new uploads. You can even ask your own questions down in the comments about history, science and computers, and we will make a video featuring you. Now let's get back to our list. Number 2. The ampersand. The ampersand symbol represents the Latin conjunction et, which means and in English. In French, the word and has the exact same spelling. This ligature was created in ancient Rome by Tullius Tiro, who was the personal secretary of Cicero. Tiro had to speed up his writing in order to keep up with all the responsibilities, and so he created a system of abbreviations, which are now called the Tironian notes. 2 millennia passed and the letters E and T have merged into the symbol we use today. Following the invention of typography, the ampersand became so popular in Europe and later in America that for a long time it was taught in elementary schools as part of the English alphabet after the Z letter. As a result, early in the previous century, this symbol got its name ampersand. This was a contraction of the phrase "and per se and" that teachers used to say after reciting the alphabet from A to Z. You may have seen this symbol in medical badges and at hospital entrances. This is the rod of god Asclepius, who wielded a serpent-entwined rod. Asclepius was a deity associated with healing and medicine. The symbol has continued to be used in modern times, where it is associated with medicine and healthcare. The serpents represent the ancient use of the snake's venom, which was widely used in medicine in small portions. Side note: there is another rod entwined by 2 snakes, this time along with a pair of wings. Although many associations and laboratories use this symbol, it has been adopted by mistake. According to ancient Greek mythology, the Greek god Hermes possessed a magic staff called the caduceus, which looked like the modern medical symbol but fancier. The mythology says that the caduceus had a specific power to stop any disputes and reconcile enemies, but it has no relation with medicine in reality. However, in the 1900s, the US Association of Doctors adopted this symbol, confusing the caduceus of Hermes with the rod of Asclepius. Subsequently, the symbol has taken root and is now used to represent medical confidentiality. Well, problem solved. Number 4. The switch symbol. The switch button is commonly used in every appliance and tool you can turn on or off. We all know its meaning, of course, but what's neat is that it derives from the engineers of the 1940s. You see, the meaning of this symbol is very academic. Even if you find it on remotes and computers and phone apps or whatever, it is a combination of the 2 symbols of the binary code. In programming, information transfers in ones and zeros. 1 represents on, while 0 represents off of a deactivated circuit. So when designers were trying to figure out a symbol for the power button, they decided to go with the binary numbers 0 and 1. The single line represents 1 and, you guessed it, the circle represents 0. Number 5. The pause symbol. Even a 6-year-old kid can recognize this symbol and its meaning. But do you really know where it derives? Well, the pause button can be actually traced back to the oldest linguistic tools in literacy. It finds its roots both in music and poetry, two closely associated arts. When poets and composers write verses, they include a symbol known as cesura. It was a sign for the narrator or performer to realize that she or he could pause after a certain verse to catch their breath. Today, the cesura, which is related to the word cease, pause, is widely common in choir, brass, and woodwind musical groups, so the members take a breath simultaneously and not independently. There are many other symbols with fascinating backstory, but we need to wrap things up for now. Don't worry though, next week we will upload another 5. In the meantime, you can enjoy other fun facts in the playlist here and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for being here today, and as always, thanks for watching. Hey, come and say hi. Hello.